Hello and welcome to What is SMITE. Now this is a first impression sort of look at games that are coming out or soon to be coming out that could be in beta or just in early alpha, etc. Just depends on what they are, but this series What is going to be dedicated to games that are not out yet but that look really promising. So SMITE, the game we have here, is a free to play MOBA. But unlike, I'd say, the majority of other MOBAs, it's in a third person style, similar to, let's say, the Giant Citizens Kabuto, that really awesome third person adventure action game back in the day. And it's all set around the Greek, Norse, Egyptian, Indian, all the god mythologies throughout the world. So I'm going to see if I can jump into a match here. Now, it's a very good looking game. It's very, I wouldn't say it's realistic, but as you can see here, you see Odin, and I think that is one of the Indian gods. I'm not really sure of her name, but she's like the god of war, the goddess of war, sorry. And look at the models. The models are quite impressive. I mean, with it being a third person game, they had to pay more attention to the detail of the characters, and we have a match. So I'm going to see if I can pick my character first. Ra. Now, as you can see, you have very few characters to start off with here. Seeing how it's only beta, it's still in open beta. You do have a lot more characters to unlock. I have picked Ra. I can really only compare Ra to Nasus from League of Legends, because this is very League of Legends like, in the way it plays and the way the menus and the UI and all are laid out and the abilities. Because whereas Nasus has this a sort of area of effect decay ability that he throws on the ground, and anyone who steps in it gets or receives damage, Ra has the same type of ability, only if he goes into it, it heals allies. So it damages enemies and it heals allies. And the loading screen here as well, it's pretty similar to League of Legends. It shows you the portrait card of each of the characters that the players are playing as, and it's very nice. Looks very good. You have not that many characters in the game yet. You have Ymir, he's sort of a Norse god. Ra, an Egyptian god. Sun Wukong, Chinese New Year god. I think he's just the Monkey King. I think that's all he represents. So let me just show you what you can do in the game. First of all, looking at the user interface here, you have your health and your mana. Pretty typical. But then again, you have your 4 abilities down at the bottom. Now you choose what abilities you want with the F keys, F1 to 4. And like League of Legends, you have 4 abilities. And the majority of other MOBAs as well. So press A. You bring up your inventory or your shop. Now, Nasus, see, I'm already getting confused. Ra is all about magic. So what I want to do is buy this. You buy them in order of, each come in a tier of 3. So you buy the first one, maybe the second one will be a little cheaper, but you can sort of buy your way up through the list without any trouble at all. Like League of Legends, sort of, you get a discount if you pay your way up. And I don't think you can combine items in this. I'm pretty sure you can't. Like you could in League of Legends, you can combine different sort of items and trinkets to become one. But nonetheless, I don't really think it takes away from the game. It might be something that they implement, but I'm not really sure. And let's just see, while the game's starting and the creeps are spawning, if you press K, you bring up a description of each of your abilities. Now, the Celestial Beam, Ra summons a moving beam of intense light from the sky, doing 70 plus 21 magical damage to anyone caught under the beam. Now, that's your main offensive spell power ability. Divine Light. Light starts to emanate from Ra, stacking slow on enemies near him the longer they stay. After 3 seconds, the light detonates, doing 60 plus 12 magical damage and increasing the slow by an additional 3 seconds. Any enemies facing Ra at the time of the explosion are also blinded. Solar Blessing. Ra summons a pillar of blessed light that lasts 6 seconds. Allies inside the blessing are healed for 10 per second and gain a magical 10 and physical power bonus. Enemies are damaged for 20 magical damage and incur a 10 magical and physical power debuff. Searing Pain. Ra calls on the power of the sun to decimate his foes in an extreme blast of heat in front of him, doing 400 magical damage to all enemies unlucky enough to find themselves in the path. Your number 4 ability is basically your all-round super strong final attack ability, or your ultimate ability. Who was that? So we seem to be going against, is that Hades and Ramses? I know Ramses is the Egyptian. I'm not really sure, but all in all, she's a ranged hero. I can compare each of the characters from this to a character from League of Legends, but at the moment it's just a little bit difficult. They haven't played League of Legends in quite a while. Okay, level 2. Let's buy something. Okay, that's my slow ability. As you can see, it's quite different from the actual just point and click, get in there, get out of there, get in there, get out of there. Well, I suppose it's not. You kind of just WS, WS, WS. And I'm dead. I'm a noob at this game. But it's the same concept of where you had to destroy the enemy towers. Once you get through 2 towers, you will come across a phoenix, which is here. And when you get further into the enemy base, or the Pantheon, you will find this, the Minotaur. And he's just a super hard NPC that you have to beat to be able to win the game, essentially. Let's see if I can get up here quickly. Okay, looks like my ally is being ganked, but he's holding his own. Let's see if I can get in there and lend some assistance here. Okay, we're doing well. Well, we're not doing it too badly. We're not doing well, but we're not doing too bad either. Okay, so we can upgrade an ability. Let's upgrade the Beam of Light. Good, good, right. We've got the enemy on the run. Let's continue to chase them down. Yes, good, good, good. So it has a very simple learning curve, I believe, and you can compare it a lot to League of Legends in the way that it plays, in the way that the UI is laid out, the way the game in itself plays, and I believe there's a lot of potential here for a variety of different game modes. Maybe similar to the ones in League of Legends, but all in all, I believe it has, because it's third person, it may have potential to become unique in a way. And I'm dead again. Anyway guys, this has been What is SMITE? I have been Connor, and thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.